Welcome back. It's officially Election Day Eve. Voters are encouraged to head to the polls tomorrow to cast their votes in the latest midterm election. And there are multiple important propositions on the ballot. Joining us to talk about it more, political analyst Dr. Dietrich Von Biedenfeld. Glad to have you here. Not a lot to get people excited to go out to the polls. We have, of course, our local races in Houston, Harris County, for Congressional District 18, left vacant by former Mayor Sylvester Turner, former Congressman Sylvester Turner, and there is a city council seat, right?
At large, with about 15 candidates vying for that seat, as Letitia Palmer goes for the Harris County judge seat.
Okay. Also, now there are some propositions. We wanted you to explain some of them. First, let's go with the one near and dear to my heart about dementia. Tell us a little bit about that prop and what it will do here in the state of Texas if it is passed.
This is modeled after the Cancer Prevention Research Institute of Texas. It's got a great underlying theory. There are a few challenges with it. Everything has pros and cons with these proposed amendments. It's great to think of $3 billion going towards prevention of a very real concern for many of our families. And this would allocate up to $300 million a year towards funding dementia research in the state of Texas, making us a powerhouse.
But, is there a but?
But. This is one of the several bills or proposed amendments, I should say, that would move into the area where the governor, lieutenant governor, and speaker of the House would gain additional authority to appoint whomever they want to govern these hundreds of millions of dollars of Texas funds. We did have some controversies while CPRIT did bring in world-class physicians, and those people buy houses and invest in communities, and they raise great children who improve our school scores. We did have controversy with grant awards and controversies with funding and where that goes, and the oversight becomes a little bit more challenging with that political influence.
All right. What else is on the list out there, Dr. Von Biedenfeld, that the voters need to know about and should be aware of when they go to the polls tomorrow?
Well, you mentioned Harris County and, of course, this idea of 18th District and at-large City Council. We do realize that there are two bills or proposed amendments. I keep calling them bills because they are going to move into law if passed. The danger of both of these is that they're really guided and expressly by the state reps against Harris County judges. So we've got a provision appointing additional or allowing the governor additional appointment power for the Judicial Conduct Commission.
And which proposition number is that? So
I've got to keep track of all these. So we've got Proposition 12 for overhauling this commission and Proposition 3 for the bail reform. Both of those looking at Harris County judges offering a little bit more oversight from Austin into this community. Again, the theory is great. The challenge of bail reform is it removes autonomy from judges. It does keep criminals off the street, but maybe that criminal is somebody who hasn't been convicted yet. And with the Judicial Commission, again, it gives the governor more authority to appoint non-judges to oversee judge work.
Okay, funding Propositions 4, 1, and 14, homeowners exemptions, raising limit, and fire and veteran exemption on property taxes. That makes no sense to me reading it, but let's go with Proposition number 4.
Well, each of these, and we'll say there are 3 propositions, and they deal with ad valorem property taxes. Look, when you see those, I find it difficult to oppose those in the sense that usually you're extending a benefit to people that already have them in a category, but there's one exception. So with the fire exemption, we already have flood exemptions and federal funding for those, but if there is a fire that destroys your house, why are you paying taxes on it? This extends that exemption for you if you have fire damage. There's also the one for veterans spouses. We've already got a large category of veteran spouses who maintain these homestead exemptions, these various forms of property tax exemptions. This just extends that category to another category. It's not going to greatly influence our state budget. It doesn't impact our school taxes. That's a misrepresentation. A lot of people say if we lower the property taxes, our schools will suffer. No, the state legislature will kick in the difference on the school taxes. Your cities may get a few $1,000s less. Your counties may get a few $1,000s less. But why would you extend to a combat veteran spouse in one area an exemption and not another combat veteran spouse if they die of cancer? So those three, all three of those, raising the value from $100,000 to $140,000. Again, you can't find $60,000 houses anymore. I used to see them on billboards all the time. So $100,000 to $140,000. Good luck finding a $140,000 house.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Dietrich Von Biedenfeld. And when you go to the polls tomorrow, make sure you do your homework before you get there and pull that lever. Tonight, one-on-one with longtime veteran journalist Roland Martin coming your way.